Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's edition of On the Front Row with Faith. Today I'm here with Landon Duckworth.
My name is Landon Duckworth. I'm a senior. I play quarterback at Jackson High School.
What's been the most rewarding moment here at Jackson High School so far for you?
Winning the state championship, but just getting, meeting Coach, Coach Flo, and, being with my guys, just really, but winning the state championship was, the best thing I didn't experience in high school.
Last week you were out in California at the Elite 11. What was that experience like?
It was fun. I met a lot of new guys, like, some of the top guys in the class. They had some, they brought out some NFL quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, and they kind of talked about what it takes to be at the next level and stuff. And I think I learned a lot, and the guy kind of taught you how to, breathe in certain situations. So I think that was something that kind of, helped me and, taught me. And it was just different stuff they were talking about, what it takes to be at the next level and stuff.
Are there any NFL or college quarterbacks that you kind of try to mirror their playing?
I like Lamar Jackson, but, I don't try to play like him. I just get on the field, and just play.
As a dual threat quarterback, what are you more comfortable doing?
I like throwing the ball, but, if the play break down, I got to make a play with my feet, then, that's what you just got to do.
You were committed to South Carolina at one point, and then you opened your recruitment back up, kind of between Ole Miss, Auburn, South Carolina. What made you narrow it down to just Auburn and South Carolina?
So really the relationship I had with the coaches at South Carolina, I was committed to South Carolina, so it's really the same relationship, just a different OC. And, Auburn, I did my research on them, Hugh Freeze, they got a good little program going on. But I just felt like those were the top two schools. I just wanted to narrow it down.
Out of some of your visits, unofficial and official visits, what have you noticed the difference between these schools that you've gone to?
Really, South Carolina has really been the same, just being with Coach Beamer, being with the players. It's really been the same. It really ain't been nothing different, just me talking ball, talking about life with the coaches, but it's really just the same.
You play basketball here at Jackson. You've won 2 state championships. How has basketball helped with football?
Really just, having something to do outside of football when football season over with. And I've been playing basketball since I was a kid, so I think that was just something I had to keep doing, as I got older, but, it got to come to the end. Did
you ever think that you wanted to go and play basketball instead of football maybe at the next level?
Well, when I was a kid, basketball was my favorite sport, but, not when I'm at right now, I got to go with football.
Did you always start by playing quarterback?
So Lily, I played running back, quarterback, and receiver. It wasn't really just I was a quarterback, probably like 4th grade. That's when I really was a real quarterback, and I started training and stuff.
What about this locker room? What's the chemistry like between y'all?
We real close. I grew up playing Little League with them. As much time we spend with each other outside of football, just chilling, hanging out. I think it's pretty cool, and we got a good chemistry. Everybody pretty close. We got to know each other growing up, so it's really the same, everybody,
Who's been helping you throughout your recruiting process?
My mom. I got Therese Andrews, Coach David Morris, and, that's really, just mainly people in my circle, my brother and stuff.
The NCAA is kind of getting some backlash when it comes to NIL and the portal and just different things that are happening right now. How are you staying focused in this recruiting process and not letting all of that stuff get to your head?
I really just know that stuff's gonna come, so I'm just playing right now and it's gonna come, later, but I'm just not worried about the NIL and stuff.
You don't have a commitment date out yet, do you?
Nah.
Do you know when you want to commit?
I shoot for July, but I just don't have a date.
We're going to keep following up with you, and hopefully, we'll see where you end up. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be back next week with another edition of On the Front Row with Faith.